All right, man. So you would expect that we'd be in Utah by now, since we got here Wednesday night. Where we at, dude? Where we at?
Miami.
Oh, we still in Miami. Damn. So, all right. So we learning as we go. Oh, look, restrooms right there as we flow. You know, my rhymes be all the time. After watching 20 footage of Harry Mack all the time, he be freestyling, very wildin'. Sometimes I be trying, but I can't.
But you in Hawaiian.
But I'm in Hawaiian, to a tongue of a lion. Okay, anyways, so we still here in Miami, and some of the things we learned, man. So these brokers, when you come down here to Florida, and I don't know if it's the same all around the United States, but here in Florida, we've been coming across some shady brokers, man. Shady brokers.
I wouldn't blame the brokers so much, because I think it's all the warehouses. So the first warehouse we went to, tell them about it.
Okay, so the first warehouse we went to, broker set us up with a load. We show up to the warehouse on Thursday. It picks up Friday, but we just wanted to see if they could load us on Thursday. You know, we wait over there. And this is after spending a whole night Wednesday night, you know, so we thought we could, pick up Thursday.
Must turn left. Why?
I don't know, but I don't know. It's crazy.
10 feet clearance? Is that why?
Probably. So we show up to the warehouse. The dude says, "Oh, your load won't be here till Friday tomorrow. You got to come back tomorrow and pick up your load." This is flowers, man. Maybe it's common in the flower industry.
Yeah, I think it's more common in the flower industry.
You know, because some flowers be coming through the airport, and
some flowers be coming from China.
And maybe they inspect the flowers and realize, hey, man, this is some illegal stuff. This is the illegal.
This is the.
There's the Mariflower. You know what I mean? So they don't pass inspection. I don't know what the deal is, but we show up on Friday. The dude's like, "Dude, is there another 10-foot clearance?"
Yeah, they all down. All the 10-foot clearances are down.
Oh, someone straight busted down all the 10-foot clearances.
Not to mention, it's like you can't quite make a sharp right turn.
So we show up on Friday, okay? We wait there for about 2 hours. You know, this is our appointment's at 11. We show up at 11. We wait there till about 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock, 3 hours. The dude tells us, "Oh man, you know what? It looks like your flowers, we're just waiting on 2 more pallets to come in from the airport. I don't know if it'll come by now, because, you know, if it ain't here by noon, most likely you ain't getting it here by 3. And I was like, "Okay, does that mean we're gonna just wait here till tomorrow to pick it up?" And you would think he would say yes, but instead he goes, "No, man. The load that you're taking to Salt Lake City, we only ship them out every Wednesdays and Saturdays. So the next time we'll ship you guys out is Wednesday." I was
Wednesday,
like,
dude.
And I was like,
dang, like, so what are you doing? So I guess they were waiting for a couple of couple pallets of flowers, but because it didn't show up, now they're going to be delivering this. Now they're going to load up the next trailer to go back to Salt Lake on Wednesday.
yeah.
It's like, bro,
I don't know. So I guess if the plane didn't show up on Friday, then it'll show up Tuesday, Tuesday night, so that they can load you for Wednesday. But I don't know. It don't make sense anyway. So we're like, you know what? Screw this crap. We're going to find another load. So we find another load on the load board. And this guy says, okay, it picks up Sunday, right? Because this is already Friday, and we're like trying to scramble, look for loads.
It picks up the next day, Sunday.
No, but this is Friday. So then we finally find one on Friday, but the dude said it won't pick up till Sunday, going back to Salt Lake. And going back to Denver, which is about 500 miles short of Salt Lake. But you know what? We didn't care, because it actually paid the same as the previous load going back to Salt Lake. So it's like, if it's going to pay the same, we might as well just take it, because it's just right there, and is, you know, I mean, come on, common sense, you know what I mean? So we took that load, picks up Sunday. We showed up to on yesterday, Saturday, trying to see if we could get loaded early, you know, just to you know, some warehouses, especially in Utah, especially on the West Coast, some of these little warehouses, they'll actually load you up early, man, when they, you know, they can fit you in whenever. So we show up, the dude's like, oh man, your appointment's not till Sunday. So we're like, okay, yeah, it's cool, you know, that's what it said anyways. So we show up today, Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. You know, I should have been home watching Super Bowl, or at least going to church, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure, buddy. You're supposed to say, no, we don't watch TV on Sundays because we're spiritual like that. Anyways, so we show up Sunday, and you know, 8 o'clock in the morning, we slept right down the street, like a mile down the road in this empty parking lot. We show up, first one's over here, well, not over here anymore, but at the warehouse. We walk in, I'm looking all over. We finally talked to the lady. She's like, okay, don't worry, the inspector will be in at 10 o'clock.
No, we get there at 8 o'clock. The warehouse worker goes, oh, the lady will be here at 8 or at 10. We're like, okay. So at 10 o'clock I go in, and I guess the lady who he's talking about is the shipper lady. She's like the shipping clerk. She shows up at 10. She's like, okay, we have to wait for the inspector. He gets here at noon. Like, really? So I go back in at like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock, right, in the afternoon.
And remember, our load picks up Sunday. Our load said it was supposed to pick up Sunday morning at 9 o'clock.
And they finally, after giving me the runaround at about 6 o'clock at night, so 10 hours later, she finally tells me, oh, it's because we're waiting for like 2 or 3 more pallets for your load, and so, they're coming from another warehouse.
So it kind of sounds pretty shady. Sounds familiar, like the other, you know, company. Now the first broker, we're gonna throw out some names out there so y'all can learn from our mistake, you know, because it's always good to hook you guys up with some info. The first broker, their name is called BBI Logistics. So if you guys ever look at the load board, you guys see BBI Logistics, and I don't know if it's the broker's fault or if it's the warehouse fault, but the brokers should have at least had their ducks all lined up, you know what I mean? Right? I mean,
yeah.
if you think about it,
Dude, I know, getting confused here.
Pay attention to the road, buddy.
Well, it told me to make a right. Now it's giving me like 10 other routes.
Okay, well, let me just talk to our people real quick. So, man, you're running over a lot of bumps here. I don't care anymore. Anyways, so yeah, the BBI Logistics, they're the ones, and they didn't even care that we bounced, actually. In fact, they didn't even want to talk to us when we try to call them and say, hey, what's up, man? These people, now they're telling us that we tried calling them, but they ignored our calls. So we're like, what the hell? So we called the second guys, these guys, that the load that we're on right now, and they're called TQL Logistics, which is called Total Quality Logistics.
TQL.
Now, I don't mind because we actually did a load with them last week. And so I don't mind, you know, them as much. But still, I mean, you know, if they're doing business with some shady companies on a red light, bruh. Anyways, yeah, y'all didn't see that.
Miami's ridiculous, man. They got weird streets.
Not to mention their street lights. Look at that. It's all sideways. Is there an explanation to why y'all put your street lights sideways instead of up and down ways? You know, now we're starting to see, you know, the diversity over here in this city, man.
So I should have went straight. See, when you exit, there's like a street, right? But you keep going straight, and there's another street. So there's 2 streets that run parallel.
Yeah, within like 10 yards of each other.
But I guess what separates the 2 streets is this river right here.
Is the Iguana River. We'll just call it the Iguana River because there's a bunch of iguanas in there. We already know that for sure. So anyways, yeah, man. If y'all ever get down here to Miami or to Florida, hey, be careful, man. Make sure your brokers got their actual loads lined up and ready to go. If they're hooking you up with these flower loads that are like, hey, you know, have them show up, we might have a load for them or we might not, then nah, don't take those loads, man. I'm telling you right now. But those are the two names, those are the two brokers that we worked with so far, was BBI Logistics and Total Quality Logistics. We noticed, you know, they work with shady customers.
What's funny is, so we've taken a flower load before, like 2 weeks ago, right?
2 weeks ago, man.
And they when we got there, basically the main warehouse had to go pick up the load from another warehouse. So it's like they consolidate, right? Then we went to this one, we got screwed over. The guy said they had their, I guess because they were waiting for a load that was coming from another warehouse. And now we're at this one and we're sitting around waiting because they're waiting for, it's like these flower loads, it's like they all are waiting on like another warehouse to bring other flowers to them. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you go get flower loads, just beware of that. Beware that you could be waiting for another warehouse to bring flowers to this warehouse, so then you can finally, finally get loaded with all the product. You know what I mean? It's not like if you go to pick up cans, you know, fruits or whatever, everything is all there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just.
Yeah, that's what we're starting to notice. That's what we're starting to notice here. But so this week kind of turned into one of those weeks where we told our boss that we're running under his MC. We said, hey, you know what? We're just gonna run like crazy, like pretty much Florida to wherever the heck it takes us, and then from there to wherever that place takes us. We're just gonna run until we get back to Salt Lake on a weekend again, which will only take about a week. I mean, it's just going to take this week to get to Colorado. From Colorado, we're just going to run around, make a couple of trips around the U.S., and then we'll get back to Salt Lake on the weekend. So this week's going to be a smaller check. Next week going to be probably a normal check again, but then at least we'll be back in Salt Lake. Where we at? Where we came?
We're at the Chinese buffet.
Oh yeah, we over here at the.
We haven't eaten since freaking last night.
We're over here at China Buffet.
Almost 24 hours we were sitting at the shipper waiting.
Just letting y'all know, man, we us Polynesian people, we only eat two kinds of food, really, and that's either Polynesian food or Asian food. Because, you know, when we make our way to the islands, a lot of us make our way to Hawaii, and Hawaii's like Japan number 2. It's Japan or China or Filipino or Philippines. 2.0. And so a lot of us get accustomed to that type of food, and that's why we big fans of Asian food. So we had to look for an Asian buffet right down the street, and we told those fools, man, hey, you know what, we know y'all gonna take forever, so let us call us when you guys ready to load us. In the meantime, we gotta go eat.
It's only $9.49 for dinner.
Peace.